Sean is from Ooyala, California-based. They are Google exitees. Alums, 2.5 years ago. They have a video platform. It's in the cloud. It does end-to-end video with integrated advertising. It's basically television in a box, if you like to use. I mean, we're going to try to use the word television here in this meeting broadly to include things that are called video and things that are called television, because we think that there's a convergence and that those will cease to be separate in the future. So let me let Sean run through it, and we'll have time afterwards. With each of these demos, we're going to be doing hot swaps on the machines here. So after it's over, we'll have a chance to ask a couple questions. So anybody in the audience that has a question for Sean, right after he's done, we'll field questions, and then we'll have the next guy up. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks. Can everybody hear me all right? Perfect. Everybody make it to the gym this morning? 6:30, 7 in the morning? Wow. Now I feel terrible. I didn't. So as Spencer said, Ooyala is the fastest growing technology company in the industry. And what I'll be doing is giving you a quick walkthrough of just some of the basic facts around Ooyala, and then very quickly in the remaining 4 minutes try and actually give you a live demo on content production or publishing. So quick history, we were founded 2.5 years ago, myself and former coworkers from Google. Offices in Mountain View, California, LA, New York, and London. Launched our product about a year ago. In that time frame, have acquired about 500 plus customers, of which over 200 are mid to large size businesses. Our current reach is about 50 million users, 30-day uniques in about 200 different countries. We've raised over $20 million in total capital, and have thought leaders from Move Networks, The Feed Room, Akamai, New Lion, Maven, Yahoo, as well as Google. As I mentioned, we launched our product about a year ago. Since then, have acquired a customer base worldwide, both media companies as well as marketers, and really are helping power their video initiatives online. With that, we'll give you a quick walkthrough of Ooyala and what this means for content publishing. Our philosophy with Ooyala is to make it incredibly easy to actually publish your content, almost as if, as I've been doing here, taking a number of snapshots on my iPhone and quickly importing it into iPhoto, just as easy in the consumer sense to be able to publish enterprise-grade video online. So for Ooyala, you'll see here's all my video content. I can actually come in, simply drag and drop a video. It immediately begins uploading into the Ooyala system. What we do from there is we'll take that content, prepare it, whether it's for online delivery to the browser, you want to push it to a set-top box, whether you want to actually deliver it to the iPhone. If you go to ooyala.com today, you can actually see the videos playing natively in the iPhone. We'll handle that entire system. Once your content has actually been published, you can then go in and do a lot more management of that media data. Everything from basic metadata management to, I think, the more interesting aspect of how do I actually monetize my content. We integrate with over 15 different ad networks and ad servers, are fully VAST compliant. So if I, for example, want to run a double-click post roll, as well as, let's say, an AdSense overlay, very easy to simply click, put in my data, and immediately begin monetizing my content. Also, once that content's ready, I can then simply grab my data, put it on my site, and immediately begin publishing that content. What's really valuable, and one of the reasons we think of ourselves more as an enabling technology company, is we've built a lot of the technology to then analyze the efficacy of your video campaigns. We have a real-time analytics engine that will, within seconds and minutes of being able to publish that content, give you immediate feedback on how your content's performing. And not just basic data as in how many plays and displays, but also what's my unique viewership look like and what's my footprint, not only for my entire account, but for specific videos. Whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly basis, as well as the ability to really compare those two. One of the most valuable reports that we always provide, however, is what we call our engagement report. Specifically, a specific insight into how your content's being consumed, which parts of your video, what the abandonment rates look like, how are people really responding to your monetization strategies, your content production, and providing that real-time feedback loop to go in and actually revise your strategy. We also track, for example, where your content's been published. So if you've been syndicating to a variety of different partners, or if people have been grabbing your videos and putting them on other sites, we actually give you the detailed insight into not just where it's going, but how it's being consumed. Do you get a higher consumption rate, a higher retention rate on different sites, or are they simply embedding your video and it gets a rapid abandonment rate? What we've also noticed, going one step back here, is video production now is moving far beyond just the VOD model. As we've, over the last year, signed a number of different sporting events, we've seen a huge push for live streaming. As such, we've actually launched a preliminary version 3 weeks ago of live streaming, all built on top of Akamai's network, but just, I think about 30 minutes ago, launched full adaptive bitrate delivery with monetization strategies for live streaming, where I can go in and actually create an entire end-to-end live stream, publish this, and again, within 15 minutes, have my entire system online, syndicating content and monetizing it, as well as actually getting those real-time analytics back into my system. So sort of the end-to-end philosophy here is our goal is to really elevate people out of the muck, if you will, and enable a more rapid publishing of video content, connect you closer to your users, provide a more rapid feedback loop, as well as actually enable the input that helps you personalize that experience for your end users. Did I make it in under 5 minutes? Perfect.
Thank you very much. Let's have there's a couple of obvious, we need to move away from that so they can do the swap.
Sure.
And yeah, they'll take care of your machine, don't worry.
Okay, great.
There's a couple of obvious questions that come out of that. I mean, you've got an incredible machine that basically replicates what TV networks took 50 years to develop, right down to the analytics department, and all of them have been sucked into this device. You have different kinds of customers. Obviously, a media company is going to want a different kind of a deal than an enterprise doing internal. How do you charge people?
Sure.
Oh yeah, that's for you. I'm sorry.
Perfect. So the way we charge is a typical SaaS-based model, based on, we always try and align how we charge with the value we add to the customer. So we have a platform fee that's really based on how much content you're ingesting and managing and so on, but then also video-based or delivery-based charges as well, really sort of stemming from all the analytics value.
So people pay by the bit.
We actually charge on a per hour of content delivered.
Okay.
We look at it right now and think that, while I think a lot of the larger publishers, especially a lot of the people in this room, understand that there's a certain amount of hours can be delivered in so many gigs. A lot of, especially the sort of newer video and we'll call them television publishers online, don't quite have that math down. But being able to do the math around how many ads can I run per hour of content being priced on a per hour of content really helps connect them with, is this a viable business or not?
Now, analytics is a fun general subject for us here these days.
Yes.
How does you've got your analytics, everyone else, lots of people have lots of different kinds. How are they starting to plug together? Are there APIs and things?
We do have integration into Visible Measures as well as Omniture. Actually, Omniture is a customer of ours, which is fun as well. So we do provide other third-party plugins into our system. We do notice that there's interesting overlap, but at the same time, sort of the Apple philosophy of having an end-to-end, tightly integrated system that has extensions has worked very well for ourselves and our publishers.
So you don't have a problem with somebody coming like, hey, your analytics don't work with mine. You can deal with those.
Yeah. So we actually have Sugar Inc. is a great example of somebody who's running both Visible Measures as well as Ooyala.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you, Sean. Okay. Thanks, everybody.